Yeah. And look, the first salesperson, second salesperson, third salesperson is going to be hard to work with, hard to get it right. It's going to be expensive. You're not going to make money for a little bit. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gets easier and easier every single time you hire another salesperson. Does
Hmm.
that make sense? Like it gets easier to grow at the rate that we're at because the railroad tracks are so much more like straight and narrow. We know them so much easy. Like we know them so much better.
So, how do you feed the sales team? You talked a little bit about marketing. Shops hiring their first salesperson, they're like, okay, where are they getting these leads? Who are they reaching out to? What was your guys' plan last?
Right. So we're growing different parts of the business. We're growing our Greek part of our business, and we're growing our NIL part of our business. So we work with schools. The schools get us the athletes. We build them these huge sites. On the Greek side of the business, we hire students. They sell into fraternities and sororities. And so I looked at it and I said, okay, we have 140 students right now. On average, they do 15, 20 grand a year in sales. For me to double that, I have to hire 130 more students. To hire 130 more students, we're going to have to spend 2 months recruiting, and I'm going to have to pay a recruiting bonus of $50 to $100 per hire, right? And so then we essentially reverse engineer the box a little bit, as I said, and turn it into a game, if you will. So I'll give you an example of a game. Um, do you know what AOV is, Bruce? AOV,
Average order value?
average order value. To get your average order value, you take the total sales in a month and divide it by the total amount of orders. So if you do 30 grand in a month and you do 30 orders, your AOV is $1,000 a month, an order. The game that you play with your salespeople is not get to 30 grand. What do you think the game is that I play with the sales team now?
Oh, you're measuring the average order value that you want them to hit?
No, I'm saying just close 35 orders, close 40 orders. Because if they do that, right? If they do that, so hey, last month, just so you know, you closed 30 orders for 30 grand. Your AOV was $1,000. Great job. This month, how do we get to 35 orders, right? This month, right? Because if they play the game and the AOV stays exactly the same and they get 35 orders this month or 40 orders. So we track sales, but we actually track orders
Do you
because
think
we have
that's
an
easier
average
to mentally track than total sales?
all the time. And what our team does is they'll put a sticky note on their computer and say, okay, I'll just put a checkbox by every order that I get for the month. And based on the averages, I should do this much more if I can just close 40 orders. And so, at Campus Inc., if you ask any of our sales team, hey, what's your AOV? And they'll be like, right now, I'm cooking. It's high, but that means it's going to catch up to me. Or they'll say, I've got so many small orders right now. My AOV is low. It's killing me. And they're working on upsells and getting their cart value higher. Right. And so, like, we've drilled that into everyone's head. It's not about your sales goal, it's about your AOV and the amount of orders you do per month. And so that's a game that we play every single day. And we break it down so much so that we look at how many orders per day a team should be closing.
Hmm. Wow. That's a little mind bendy. Just because you're like, whoa, 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 what if the AOV drops?
Then you need to be selling more expensive products. You got to be looking at the cart, right? But really, what creating these trackers will do is increase awareness. And when you increase awareness, your employees will naturally take corrective actions. So, Bruce, like, I've told you about this before, the Hawthorne effect.
I remember
If
something
someone
vague, but
wants to
tell it again.
lose weight, if someone wants to lose weight, they need to track calories. Because when you track calories, you won't go to the fridge as many times in the day and get crappy food. That's how you lose weight. And so by tracking things and playing these tiny games, your employees and your team will take corrective action naturally because they don't want that to happen anymore. And so I love when the team will come to me and say, "Dang, my AOV is low right now. Like I need I," and you're like, "Yeah." But then what's really cool is when they say, My AOV is way higher than the average right now. I'm just waiting for it to just drop, and they're flashy, right? So that's pretty cool when people will track that, and we just keep pushing the needle. And then I'm trying to figure out ways to make them more efficient. So an example of this is, hey, if you're a really good salesperson, you're closing orders, I don't want you to enter in your orders anymore. I want someone else to do it for you, right? I'm going to
What do you
hire
mean?
someone from so
Oh,
so for
like an
instance, I'll
assistant?
get, yeah, so I'll give you a great example. Jenna on our team, incredible sales individual. She does all of our big corporate sales. She's in Sales Inc. with Kevin, but we'll close a couple $1 million a year. Um, and she's the face of our local community. Now, what we're working on is we got her an assistant to just enter in orders for her. I was like, Jenna, don't enter in orders yourself. And we hired someone in the Philippines from supportshepherd.com, and all they're going to do is just type in orders, right?
Wait, how
Because
does that work? Right? Because aren't they emailing her about or the
they're
assistant has
they're
access to?
they're they're CC'd on everything. They're like literally like copied on everything. And I was like, do not waste time punching in orders, because you need to try and get, and you need to talk to more people
Whoa,
because you're
wait a
really,
second.
really
So
good
let me
at this.
understand this. So, you know, hey, can I get a quote for this order, but we need these quantities and so on, broken out like this, these different pieces. She'll respond back. Absolutely, we'll send that shortly and CC the assistant. The assistant types it all up and sends it over. And then she's just focusing on the next. Oh, wow. Okay.
But the idea here is her talent lies in what? Her most valuable asset is her ability to talk to customers and get new customers and drum up business,
True.
right? By her being an order entry person, we're devaluing like her LeBron James MVP-ness of what she does,
True.
right? I mean, it's the same thing of why VAs are great. It's the same. It's the GraphX principle. It's the same exact thing. And so this is the first time we're doing it now, where I'm challenging Jenna. I'm like, stop entering in your own orders. You're not allowed to enter in orders anymore. Someone else has to do it for you, because I want her to elevate and increase her velocity. And then, if she can talk to 3 or 4 more people a day over the course of a year, that could be another $1 million in sales, right? Um, so that those are the little things that I'm tweaking every single day to try and delegate and elevate.